Now come and bring your hand into the lower dantian, right below the navel. And breathe in, follow the energy down through the nose into the lower chamber. So your belly pops out, the diaphragm drops, the belly pops out. Breathing out, stomach comes in, and the air goes out. Follow the air coming in, breathing in, stomach goes out. Breathing out, stomach comes in, and air goes out. Breathing in, breathing out. All in the lower chamber. Breathing in, breathing out. In, out. In, and out. Really see how far you can bring your stomach in. Concave belly, breathing out. How far out you stick your stomach out. And breathing in and breathing out. One more time, in and out. Now dropping your hands. As you breathe in, the whole body puffs out. So the chest also, energy comes in the lower diaphragm, but then expands in the upper chamber as well. Breathing out, you shrink. Breathing in, you kind of stand up a bit. Everything puffs up. Breathing out, you shrink. Contract in. Everything comes inward. Breathing in, expansion like the Pillsbury Doughboy. Breathing out, a little bit of sinking and shrinking. Breathing in, expansion. Breathing out, contraction. In, and out. And adding to that, moving the arms up as I breathe in. Arms come up. Breathe out. I contract. Legs, shoulder, feet apart. Breathing in. And breathing out. Now think, as I breathe in, I'm expanding the space around me. Breathing in, breathing out. So not only I'm expanding, but the space around me. Breathing in, standing up, expansion, air fills up my chamber. Breathing out, sinking. Breathing in, standing taller, expansion. Breathing out, shrinking, sinking slightly. Breathing in. Breathing out. 2 more times. Breathing in, expansion of yourself and your space. Breathing out, shrinking. Breathing in. Breathing out. Once again, bringing our hands into the lower dantian. So now the energy around us in terms of the clock of the world and our cycle, and you probably know we're coming up to this winter solstice, right? So it's associated with kidneys and water, and we're all hibernating like a bear. So we want to not heal, but just work on that hibernation time period. This is our time for regeneration, rejuvenation in a hibernated state. So we'll work on a little bit more yin oriented exercises, very slow, but also yin and yang, we have to balance it out. So we'll throw in a little bit of fire as well. So it's not, we're not going to fall asleep. The body needs the rejuvenation. Our bear needs to go into hibernation, but not too deep. So then we throw back in fire to balance it out. But we'll start out with 5 waves. It's a very yin-oriented, very slow. We're breathing in, hands coming up, shoulder width, height, and breathing out, sinking, pushing down. Breathing in, a wave of energy comes up, and breathing out, sinking. And breathe in, we expand like we did before, we stand up a little taller, and breathe out, sinking. Breathe in, it's like our wrists are clung to they kind of go up first, then our elbows go down first. Breathing in, very round, very relaxed. Breathe out. One more time. Breathing in, breathing out. Now we expand outwards, standing up, open. Hands go behind us, wide open. Breathe out, crisscross without touching. And concave, bringing the shoulders in. Breathing in, again, standing up slightly, expansion. Breathe out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. 2 more times. Breathing in. And then breathe out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Now we want to raise our hands up to the sky and just wave, looking up the clouds, moving them very slow, back and forth. But not just the hands, all the way down to the feet, make kind of this flowing motion. Breathing in and out at your pace. But you still feel yourself expand and rise as you breathe in and shrink slightly as you breathe out. And we collect this from above and bring it down, palms down. It gets to the shoulders, palms towards the body, all the way down. Bring it up again, palms down, and then towards the body. Adding the breathing, so we breathe in as we come up, and breathe out as we bring it down, palms towards the body. Breathing in, and breathing out. In, Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more time. In. Breathe out. Now as I breathe in, I bring it up, palms down to the shoulder height, bringing it into the chest, and then breathe out, push. Breathing in, arising, palms flat. Breathe out and sink slightly. Breathing in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathing out. In. Out. One more time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Lowering. Hands are kind to the side. As I breathe in, I puff up the whole body. And I don't raise my hand. The puffiness of expansion of energy pushes my hands out. Breathe out, it shrinks. And I sink a little. Breathe in, I feel myself expand the front, the back, the sides, and my arms just puff up from all the energy. And breathe out. My arms are roundish as they expand, breathing in. And breathe out. Breathing in. And breathe out. One more time, breathing in. And breathe out. And we're going to go through it again. I'll try to keep trying 3 times each position, but we're going to be a little more accurate. So make sure our feet are wide enough apart and that they're going straight. I don't want them out or in. I want them perfectly straight and right even with the shoulders. As I breathe in, I rise up to about shoulder width. Breathe out, coming down. And this is the earth, feeling about the heaviness as it expands, breathing out, pushing the energy back into the earth. But it's like clay, it's heavy. It's not like a stone, it's like clay, very moldable. Breathe out, but it's very heavy. As I breathe in, I'm coming up high to the chest area where the heart is. Breathing in, wide open, closing, breathing out. I'm massaging the heart. This is the fire. Breathing in, feeling the heat inside the heart, massaging it. Breathe in, expansion, open the heart, open the chest. Breathe out, close in the shoulders. Contract that whole area like you're massaging the heart. And I come up into the sky, the tips of the trees or the wood. The wood in this huge storm. They don't break with this wind. They sway in the wind, the tall, very limber tree, very strong, but limber. We don't get knocked down. Breathe in and out at your pace. But feel that movement of swaying in the wind and not breaking, but being tall and strong. Then comes the rain. As it falls down, we're washing ourselves down. And then hands go towards the body. I'm surveying the body and washing it as they come down. Breathing in, up, breathe in. Rain comes down. Water washes towards the body. Breathe in. And breathe out. And then we work with metals. We breathe in, hands, palms down, come up towards the lungs, the metal organ, lungs, push out. You breathe in, the energy is on my surface, the metal, it's like the armor. The lungs are getting massaged as well, breathing out. And think surface tension for our protection. You breathe in and breathe out. And I come down, and the pericardium and the triple warmer are associated with all 5 organs. So I'm balancing them all out. So as I breathe in, I'm thinking the whole chamber is all getting massaged. Breathe out, I shrink. Breathing in, I'm balancing. The position of all the organs is being manipulated, so everybody has its space. Everybody has its quality. Breathing in, breathing out. One more time. Breathing in and breathing out. And we'll do one last time as we breathe in. Feel the earth, the quality of earth in the body. Breathe out. Feel the balance of the liver functioning. Chemistry is working, purifying, cleaning. Come up again to the heart. I feel I'm much hotter than I started. Massaging the heart, feel it. Breathing in the fire, the heat, the energy. Breathe out. Breathing in the waves. Come in and out of the body, but in a fire. Then I come up to the tree. The wood was used to feed the fire. I'm manipulating it, and again, I'm strong, but supple. I don't break. Something approaches me physically, mentally, psychologically, spiritually. I can handle it. I just move with it. Move, flow, go with the flow. The wood that created the fire, the wood needed water to grow. I survey the whole body, make sure that I have the right amount of liquids. Breathing in. Everything is flowing, surveying like a CT scan down the body in little slices. Everything is in its right order and flowing. No blockages. Come back to my metal in the lungs. Really think surface tension. Pushing away. Breathing in, massaging the lungs, and feeling the tension on the surface. Not just the lungs, but the whole surface, my face, my ears, my shoulders, my stomach, my knees. Everything has a surface tension, and it's that protection. And come down, and it's all balanced. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, expansion, balance, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. As I bring my hand back into the lower dantian, onto the lower dantian, but it's the whole space inside. Big ball of energy and balancing it all out, bringing it into that area for the next work. Breathing in and out, expansion again in the lower dantian. And breathing out, contract in. And we did this 3 times. The 5 waves, you can do it every day. This 5 waves, and then the pericardium is the 6. It's a very short, useful, balancing morning activity. Very easy to remember. It's on recording. You'll get a recording. You can work on it. It's a lot easier than the 12 organs. We just do 5, and something that every day you get into the habit of working. Now, in terms of the winter solstice, now we want to really, we've gone into the hibernation, but we want to work on the water, okay? So with the kidneys. So I want to work, the spine is really where the flow of energy comes. I want to stretch up as high as I can, intertwine the fingers up here. We're going to massage the spine as they come down, like in a big circle. Come out, away, down. You can go as far, if you just stand up, that's good. If you won't go all the way down to the ground, that's good.
Can you bend your knees or you shouldn't?
You shouldn't bend
Okay.
your knees, so that we put the energy into the spine, and then come close to the body with palms coming up. We're creating this wave of massage down the spine, pushing away, keeping the legs straight, go as far down as you get the same benefit whether you can touch the floor or not, but then when you come up close to the body. Once again, push away, the palms are away from the body. And then you come up. And everything we do in 2 directions. So now we come down close to the body. Palms down, close to the body. And again, only go as far as you can without bending. You can touch the floor fine, and then push out in that reverse direction of the circle. Then come down and feel where your hands are. Feel it massaging every vertebrae as it comes down. The hips, the thighs, the knees. We're massaging the whole body. And then the twisting is massaging the back. You come up, around, back down again. And this, in terms of what really is this exercise that we're doing, and we're coming straight up. Now we're going to go to the sides. So I turn to one side, and my loop is in a different pattern. Is coming from the right, turning, come up on the left. And then I'm straight. But now I turn and reverse it. And down. Across the bottom, turning, coming up. Really getting a workout again of the spine. Straight. I'll go back again. One side. So this is actually a warm-up exercise of the snake. So not only we have 5 elements, but we work with 5 animals. This particular one is the snake, and it's the warm-up section. It's also very good for the bones, but we're emphasizing it because of the water element, dealing with the solstice, winter solstice. Summer solstice would be fire. It's the opposite. Turn down. Up. All right, now come down where the palms of our hands are together. Now, this one, you're gonna go in different levels of difficulty. So I'm gonna show you what it looks like first. And then I'm going to show you an easy method versus the hard method. So what we're going to do is we twist our palms. One comes down. I'm going to do it. Don't do it with me. When it hits the ground, it pushes my arm out, my leg out, and then it turns in this direction. And around and look under it. Coming back. I'm coming along the ground, stretching out as far, then lunging, come around and over. And that's the ultimate. Now, how are we going to do this? How are we going to do this so that we don't hurt ourselves, right? So just come in the legs apart, reach out. My legs are standing up. Come down, but push it towards the ground, come along, but I didn't go along the floor. I'm coming up in the height, and I reach out, but then I want to make a lunge. Do that lunge action. First, I reach, then a lunge. Come around the top and look under your head. Come around the other way, push away. First reach, then lunge. Come around and look under. We'll come up and straight. All right, so then you pick your medicine and go as far down or as far up. It's all the same. You're getting this twisting and motion. First you're straight, then you're lunging, then you're straight, then you're lunging. There's a lot of twisting of the spine and the bones, and this whole flow of energy like water going down a river. Okay? So we can start with the legs apart, come down to the ground or to the middle, reach out. Down to the ground. The key is first reach, then lunge. Up and around and peek under between your legs, between your arms. Come down to the bottom. It's this reaching, it's very important first, then lunge. Come around, look to the side. Away, reach, switch with the lunge. And that top hand moving along like a snake, right? This is the snake coming up and around and out, peek under. And I'll do it at a higher level. Reach, then lunge. The snake moves. Come around, reach, then lunge, and come around. Okay, now we want to keep contact with the hands touching each other. I'm again doing this, the twisting. So as I come around, notice that my hand is always touching the surface tension. Come around and see, look behind you, keeping your hand touching. Come around the front, feet go straight. Go back behind you and look behind. Come forward again, touching and twisting. Now what's very interesting is this is also associated with working with the ears. But then come back. Always be touching. Snakes don't have ears. And this is the snake animal. Yet not only is it working with the water, but it's also beneficial for the ears. One last time. And that's because it also works with the bones. And the snake uses the bone mass to vibrate. Now we come front and center and take our hand, and one goes under the elbow, and then pretend like my top hand is the head of the snake and it's moving around, but not just my shoulders, not just my hands, but all the way down. The hips make the little motion, the ankles, the whole body is part of the dance. Now I switch it, always touching. Next hand, right underneath the elbow, touching. The other side. And sway. Make it like a head of the snake moving in and out. Breathing in and out. Getting the sway motion. Around, and then I drop my hands, and again feel breathing in and out. Now think bones, think water, think kidneys. As I breathe in, I'm breathing through all the bones, not just the Pillsbury Doughboy expansion, but all the bones expand as I breathe in. As I breathe out, the bones shrink. It's massaging. What's in the middle of the bones is the bone marrow, development of the white blood cells. And it flows through the body, through the liquid of the body. What percentage, who's our genius, what's percentage of water in the body? So we're massaging all of that as we breathe in. Expansion, breathe out, contraction, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. The hands puff up because we expand, all the bones are getting bigger. The joints are expanding as well. Breathe out, it all collapses. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more time as I breathe in. Breathe out. And we want to balance this out a little. It's all been pretty slow. So we're going to throw in some fire. It's cold out. We're hibernating. We want to now sit in front of the fire. This hibernation inside the winter, darkest days of the year. And sit down. There's always the yin and the yang. There's always a dot of yin in every yang, dot of yang in every yin. So the moon, we're going into pattern of the largest moon of the year and the longest time period that the moon is out. So shortest day, but longest night. The dot of that yang is this huge moon in the time period that it's out. So we want to work on our fire energy. We're going to start with this motion that we did before with our fingers open, right? Now close your hand, but unlike our normal fist, where we have the thumbs in, have the thumb out. The normal that we think of a fist with the thumb out, except for when you're, when you're fighting and the thumb's in, you're going to break it. This is the normal aggressive thumb outside. And why? Because we're going to develop a lot of fire, and it's okay that we throw some of it away. Before, when it was in, we wanted to recycle everything. We're going to lose it. So now we can throw away some fire. Okay, so we're coming around and hit yourself. And when I come to one side, see my heel comes up. Turn, heel is up. Swinging, feeling the centrifugal force going out to the fist, but then coming in and hit yourself a little different spot every time. And making a twist, bring your foot up onto the ball of the foot. And if you want to get even more aggressive, okay, so you do this at a faster and lower pace. So I come down, up, down, up. Do it at your pace. So I'm just showing you where you can go with this. Because if you're cold, you want to wake yourself up. You get lower down and faster. Hit yourself a little different spot every time. Stimulate the surface. You don't have to go in the lower lunge. You can stay up top. You're still getting it. Probably starting to pant. That's part of it. Come around. Building that fire. Stay nice and warm inside. Okay, now taking our hands together, and we're going to make a figure 8. Crisscross in the front. Crisscross. Again, the thumbs are out. It's okay. And also, if you're game to put your faster pace in, and do this also with the lunging. But don't overdo it. Just do it at your physical capabilities. But learning the exercise, there might be days that you really wanted to get more aggressive, then you do it more aggressive. Days that you want to be slower, you do it slower. This, by the way, is the dragon. All right, now when I come back, both hands to one side and then push forward. Grab the energy from behind, throw it in front. Back, throw. Back, throw. Back, throw. Back, throw. Now, circle, both circles. Nice and massaging which organ? Because it's the heart. Massaging the heart. I mean, because it's the fire. Massaging the heart. Wide open. And then go back the other way. Everything we want to do in balance. And now hands are up. We're going to a mental exercise as well. I'm going to turn to be your left side and bring your hands down. Then turn the other side and bring them up. Turn, down. Hands are down near the waist. Turn, up. Turn, down. Turn, up. Turn, down. Turn, up. And get it going faster. We turn at every extreme, either up, turn, down, turn. And see how you can keep that coordination going. Of always, what this is actually doing is a figure 8 with each arm at the same time, but in a different direction. And then stop. Now we're going to go the other way. So now, if it was on the right side now, or if it was on your left side, now I'm on my right side. Hands are in the air, down. Turn, come up. Turn, down. Turn, up. Turn, down. Now get it going faster. This one, sometimes it's easier to do one direction than the other. That's normal. And then come down. Now one hand at a time, crisscross one hand, then do the other one, crisscross. The other arm, crisscross, crisscross. Figure 8, but switching. One hand is in front, the other one is just hanging out its turn in the back. And then, now we go the other way. So I come up. Let me get this mixed up. I try to do it. And then, so I come up here, down and up again. Up, down on that side and up. So my crisscross. Up, 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 up. It's hard. I have to tell you, I get it all mixed up. So if you did it better than me, you're at the top of the class. I have a hard time with it. Now, again, both sides, forward. In the back, forward. Behind you, forward. Grab it, throw it forward. Grab it, throw it forward. Grab it, forward. Now, to the side, away, in. Bring your elbows in. Away, in. Away, in. Away, in. So we're really extracting that energy. What's the other direction? Is up and down. So up, then down. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and relax. I want to balance both the fire and the water. So this is with the microcosmic orbit. So as I breathe in, following energy come up the back side. Then breathe out, came up over the top of my head, now flowing down the front. The energy is coming between the legs and back up the back side again. Breathing in, up the back side, breathe out, down the front side. Breathe in, up the water path, breathe out, down the fire path. Breathe in, water down the fire. And then we're going to do it in reverse. So now I'm breathing in up the front, coming up the fire path, up over the top of the head. Breathe out down the fire. Breathing in, balancing out the fire and water. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Second, we have enough time to cool down. Now, come in, hands on the lower diaphragm, coming to the back, and we're going to massage it. We're not going to beat it. We didn't really work with the rivers, but we're want to work on the surface and the bones. So we're going to massage, going down, pressing in the same direction, that the flow of energy goes down the backside, come up the front and the inside, then push out away, pressing against the skin, even though they have a shirt on, palms meeting, bringing it up the back of the arm, cross, changing, push away, feeling all the sensations, even though it's the metal is on the surface, we try to activate, do it again down the backside. The activation and the movement of water inside the body. And was brought out with the fire, kind of percolating it out to the surface. And now we're kind of smoothing it out. Think of water, think of it as a cleansing of this external source or space. Massage the neck, come down the backside again. And the palms is a transfer of energy. I'm smoothing out the surface and I'm washing it down with the liquid water. Push away. Slowing everything down also after the fire of the dragon exercise. Massage the face, the eyes, the head and the ears, temple, neck. Now as I come down the back side, we want to cup the hands and without touching, go nice and slow, the same pattern without touching. And we're feeling this aura, the space that we filled up. Every time we breathe in, the breath came and expanded our personal space. I'm touching that edge. They come up inside. I feel the edge of my personal energy. Sometimes I can be a foot away. Now we're really just concentrating on it. As our hands pass one another, feel some potential magnetic pulses, one repelling and as it moves, maybe contracting or getting closer. Might feel different temperatures, itchiness, smooth versus scratchy. Now as we get across the face and really feel this bubble that our head is in the middle of, we're touching the edges of the bubble. Go around feeling the ears, the temperature and the thickness of that bubble around, coming down the back. I'll do it one more time. Constantly, mentally thinking, what am I feeling? Perfect time for some music from somewhere and say we're getting to the end. Slower the better. Really seeing if you can feel something. If you can't feel it, that's fine. It takes sometimes years to develop. But all of a sudden you'll feel it. Even in one spot, a little shininess, slipperiness, magnetism, and then it'll disappear. That's a start. Up through the face again. Down the back, bringing it in to the front, holding it in just below the navel. Breathing in and out, surveying the body. The whole body expands and contracts with every breath. And we're slowing it down and getting back into our little cocoon for winter. Saving the energy for the winter months. Which might be a week here. Being ready for the week.